Welcome to Headwrecked, that show where every week we talk about subjects that are wrecking our head and try to make sense of it all. I'm JB, and with me, as always, is CD. There you are.
Hello, JB. How are you this week?
I am really good. I'm having a good week. Yeah, I've gotten loads of house stuff done, and the weather has been kind of nice, so I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. No complaint. Yeah, the weather has been kind of all right. Been out doing loads of gardening, so that's been keeping me happy.
Wait, hold on. We're going about this the wrong way. It's a head wreck. So, how's
Oh
your
shit,
week been?
yeah.
Yeah, my week.
It's
Oh my
been
God.
brutal.
Yeah. Well, I do. Unless you have a hot take to go, start from, I have one. But if you want to go, go.
No, go for yours. I have my list, so there's always something there. It's steadily building, but I'm interested to hear what your one is, John.
Well, I mean, look, it's one I've given out about before. It is traffic, but I'm not talking about driving. So this is
I get about
especially
heroin.
today. What? Traffic
I'm
and
a drug.
heroin. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of traffic. Yeah. No, human.
Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Let's go there. Let's go. I'll take.
No, it is traffic, and I live right next to Wexford Park, and there's another park down the road from me, and every single time there is a match on, it really, really bugs me that the what are they called? The stewards direct the traffic now. Technically, they're not allowed to stop you driving, but and I am a resident, but they manage the traffic with with the bollards and the little fences they stand behind and let people park everywhere. And that's what really bugs me about sport is that the rules never apply to parking when there's a sport game happening. Parking and driving, the rules go out the window. It's like, look, there's a median on the center of the roundabout. Look, we'll get about 10 cars in there, lads. Come on.
Yeah, like I
So
actually
annoying.
I never thought about it as an annoying way before because I've usually been the one doing the dodgy parking
Yeah.
heading up to a match
Yeah.
and like yeah 100% it's like
But it is
yeah
true because
it's
you're racing to the match, especially if
oh
you're
yeah
coming
like
from out of
yeah
town.
you always leave it late. I've only ever been like ridiculously way too early for a match when you have to sit there for like an hour and a half with the music blaring in your ears, or else
Yeah.
I've been late. Like it's like, and yeah, you're late. You just literally park anywhere, and the rules. Yeah, it's never really gone through my mind about it. I mean, like I've never parked like atrociously bad, like you know what I mean. But like you're kind of like,
But
ah,
it's
fuck it, come
it's
on, we'll
funny
we'll
though how
get
it's
it.
just acceptable. It's like everyone parks on double yellows and the
Yeah,
guards are there directing traffic as well. But it's like it's grand. It's piling up on the double yellows, but they're at the
I think
match,
it
so that's
depends.
allowed. That
Like
that's
it depends, and it's funny. Like you'll like, I mean, it's probably like different sports might get treated differently. Like the GAA definitely gets like because I actually only live down the road from Netwatch Park here in Carlow, and like it's a main road. It's like what is it? It's the N Jesus, it's the road that goes past my house. It's like the Carlow bypass road
yeah.
from like Carlow. If you head on the Dublin Road, if you want to Port just going to bypass road, and it
Stop
goes
telling
past.
people where you live.
I mean, yeah. All those paparazzi will be outside my house now. But the yeah, like on a match day, that's like a national road, an N road, and on a match day, people are just parked up on the side of it everywhere. And
And that's
yeah,
acceptable, isn't it? It's allowed.
it's
But if
yeah,
you were to go and do that
no
now,
one would.
you would be towed away.
Oh, 100, if I just went and done that now, like
Yeah.
when there's
Yeah.
nothing on, it's
And
like
and with a
nine.
few of your friends. Just to drink
Yeah,
cans in the park.
yeah. Like I was up at the FAI Cup final at Lansdowne. In fairness, that was like there was a massive police presence and stuff at it, and there was fairly like you kind of got the impression of oh I can't park dodgy here. But then like that's League of Ireland, so that's like one of the things you get with that is like
And now
there's
you
just
see you're getting
there's
sporty technical on me now.
a
Now
soccer,
I just
soccer.
I
It's
thought
like Irish club soccer was what that is. So it's like
they
but
hit the
there has
ball
like
with a club. You see, now that's another sport I didn't even
there
know existed.
you go. Irish club soccer.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
very funny.
that's been melting my head now this weekend because there've been loads of matches on. So obviously I have my parking spot. And that goes quite quickly. And then you're like,
Well, so
okay,
you're like just on street parking, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I have cones, but and now look,
That's,
it's a first
I
world
mean,
problem. It's
that's
not that big
kind
an
of your
issue.
fault at the same time for buying a house with no parking.
Well, it
I'm only being a cunt. I'm only messing. I'm only
I
messing.
had cones. I had cones that
Yeah,
stopped
yeah,
people,
yeah.
and then someone took the
Did you
cone.
had cones? Did you had cones before you bought the house? Was that the plan?
Yeah, well, we bought cones. We said, "What do you want to do with these?" And so we said, "Look, buy a house that's near a football pitch. It's the
They'll
only
come
way
in
to get
real
rid of them."
handy.
And then
Just
someone stole and we're left with a fucking mortgage. So annoying.
those goddamn bank ads.
Oh, right. Well, that's my weekend. My head wrecked with that weekend. So shout out something from your list there. Let's see
Uh,
if I agree, disagree, or will just talk meaningless over you, Lee.
oh yeah. Well, here's one. This is a recent one from the weekend. Now this is a fresh one that's gone in
Oh, we're
there.
both doing weekend ones, right?
Oh, yeah, we could do. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, so random items that just do cycles of the house, and you just keep. So they tend to occur for me in like two places, either doing the laundry or just getting picked up off the floor off a different shelf or something like that. And it's like with laundry, it'll be like one glove. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of been like someone bought it like 3 years ago, and at one stage it got mixed up with the socks or
Right.
someone's laundry or the
And
bottom
it's
of the laundry
always at the
basket.
bottom of the laundry basket, that one
Yeah,
glove.
yeah,
Then you
yeah, yeah,
find the
yeah.
other one and you go, fuck, where's that glove now?
Yeah, and you're just constantly, and this thing is probably the cleanest glove in the world. It's been like, going through the laundry cycle so many times. Yeah, and then the other one was like, I don't know, maybe this is more particular if you have kids and stuff like that, but just like random plastic lids that you're constantly taking out of the dishwasher, and you're just like, what is this even off? Like,
Oh my.
where to?
Well, speaking of dishwashers, I in the last week plumbed a dishwasher into our
Fair play.
kitchen. Now we never had a dishwasher in this house, and we've been here what 4 years. So I finally said it's not fair that my wife washes the dishes because I'm really bad at doing it. So got her dishwasher. Didn't buy it new. It was
You're so romantic, John.
no. Well, but
She's
there you
well
go.
lucky
I'm
to have
now
you.
discovering the joys and the annoyances of the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Actually, and so far it's just been joys. So
Oh,
I
it's
haven't.
it's one of the modern things that is brilliant. And yeah,
Well,
yeah.
years ago, my parents have never ever had one, right? And they always said, no, too heavy in electricity and water. And maybe that was true years ago, but right now you can do like a half an hour, 50 degree wash. And I think it doesn't really use that much water. And
Oh,
I
so
even
you've
went out
been
and looked at the meter to see if it's spinning really fast, and it's not. So it's great.
wait till you have a 6 months. You'll be fucking jamming stuff in there at 60 degrees, baby. Like
Listen,
putting
be
it.
putting the kids in there for a shower and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, get in there, extra soak.
Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Another thing about dishwashers though is yeah, I mean geez, 4 years without a dishwasher, that's a long time. Our previous gap before this, we didn't have a dishwasher, we don't have a hand, and it's kind of like it has a like, yeah, it's grand. Like it's not as bad. And that's what I want to say. Both doing the dishes and doing the dishwasher, this wrecks my head as well about them. What wrecks my head about both of them is that the thoughts of doing either of them is so much worse than actually doing them. Actually doing them is fine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like for
Yeah,
some
yeah, I
reason,
know it's like,
for some
oh, I have to do it, but actually, when you're doing it, it's actually okay.
yeah, like for some reason in my head, I'm like, if it's like 8:30 or something and the dishwasher hasn't been done, I'm like, oh, I just want to sit down and watch telly. This is going to take so long. And then I do it and it's like 8:33.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you're like, okay, what was the big deal? Well, actually,
Yeah.
when it's everything has been cleaned and you have to fill it with dirty, that's really irritating. But you know what? Actually, now I lied. I said it's all full of joys, but it's not. There is one thing that's so fucking annoying about a dishwasher. When you take something out and you don't see there's a massive pool of water on the top
Oh, yeah,
and it
yeah,
goes
yeah.
all over you and on the floor, and it's like
Yeah.
I just throw them straight in the bin. We're never going to see those plates again. It's my own fault for putting all the cups standing upright. They just fill up with water. I
Yeah, we
didn't
can drink it.
know.
Yeah, but if you drink it, it's good for you.
Apparently, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is not good for you, audience.
Yeah, do
Do
not
not
do that.
drink dishwater water.
No.
I so this week I was trying to, amongst other things, and doing interviews and all that kind of thing, and I was trying to think of things that wreck my head. And I said, you know what? I came across the idea of things that used to wreck my head, but with times changing, they don't apply anymore. And I was like, that's a really good one as well. Because then I was like, let's start the conversation on that and what's the equivalent now. So the first one that immediately came to my head was go to play a DVD or a CD and it's scratched.
Oh my God,
That
yeah.
was fucking head wringing because when you bought a DVD or a CD years ago, you were spending a lot of money on it. It meant you either really liked the album or the movie, and then you give a loan of it to someone, comes back scratched, comes out of the DVD player. You always put it the name side down. You know when people used to put it down on the part that you can't get scratched. Oh my God, yeah. But now we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, that was really annoying. I remember that happening to me. It wasn't a DVD, but it was a PlayStation 2 game. I remember
Oh,
getting a PS again. I got a PS2 for like my 10th, 11th, or 12th birthday. One of them was I got a PS2 from me, and I
spoiled
got.
rotten.
Yeah,
Spoiled
I know. Yeah,
rotten. That wrecks
yeah.
my head. Spoiled it as shits
Uh,
like you.
but I remember I went up and I bought Need for Speed Underground 2.
All right, yeah, yeah.
And I went up, I bought it in Liffey Valley, and then we came home that evening, and my friend was with me, and we were like, we've been up there, it's been, because the PS2 had only came with Big Mother Truckers. That's the only game that had come with it. That was like the free one we got, and so that kind of got bored of that after a day or two. It was really fun for the first day or two, and then got bored of it. So we gone up specifically to get a game and got Need for Speed Underground 2, and came down like that evening and put it in, and there must have been something in the tray because it never got past the press start, like the start page.
Oh
And
my God.
it was
And of course you
heartbreaking.
bring it back to the shop, they're not gonna believe you.
They
And
wouldn't believe
now,
me.
now where are we gonna buy our DVDs and our game CDs? Now at GameStop up in sticks and leaving the market.
Our game stopped going. I didn't hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah, they're leaving the Irish market altogether and everything must go. So they're doing a massive sale at the moment. So great
Wow.
time to buy bargain bin stuff, but really
There's a
annoying because I love physical
there's a good
discs.
there's a good lot of those like kind of you know pretty much standard retail shops that have been around for a good while going. Like Carphone
Argos.
Warehouse
Yeah,
went. Argos was insane, man.
yeah,
Good, but like I still every now and then I'll be driving around. I think, oh, maybe get that. Oh. And I have a
yeah.
little sad moment. I think I'll just pick it up and oh,
Yeah. Look, it's
you
just
shed a little
online
tear.
shopping, isn't it? You know. And
Yeah.
I think Brexit as well had a lot to do with it too.
Do you know
Especially
where it
with
has to go?
Argos.
Halfords has to go. Halfords wrecks my head. There we go.
Really?
Because because
No,
yeah, no,
I'm
no,
not going to agree with you on this, but I listen.
no,
Go on.
hold on. This is I used to love Halfords. Halfords used to be great, but like it's just whatever, I don't know, overall management of the company or whatever. Like everyone I go into now is like a really bad experience in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just if I need to go in, like the people don't have a clue anymore. Like used to be go in there and like the people who
Well, if
work
you're
there
going in trying to
really
bring
knew their
back
stuff.
scratched, PlayStation 2 DVDs, they're not going to be too friendly at all.
Yeah, fair enough. Will you stop coming in here? We told you. GameStop is next door. Oh no, it's gone now. No, but like yeah, just little things like that, like silly things. You go in and like it used to be a place where you go in and they'd really help. And I'm sure there are some people who are still working there who were like old school ones, but it just seems like it's just kind of I don't know. You'd be as well going into the €2 shop or something like do you know what I mean,
I
asking
don't
for
know.
advice on stuff
I
there.
have never had an issue with Halfords. I love shops like Halfords. I love going around because I love cars anyway, but I love going around and seeing the new things. Or as sad as this might sound, they have a wall of air fresheners. I love having a look at the different designs, the different types, and the smells, and buying a nice one for the car because that always pushes me to wash and the outside and clean the inside of the car when you get it, because it's like a proper new car. Then I
Yeah.
love it. I hate it. Oh, my head gets wrecked when the car is dirty inside. I can't stand it. I'm really anal about it. But because I've on street parking, I can't just hoover the car. So I went to Halfords a while ago and got a little portable little dust devil, an actual dust devil. I've never had them before in my
What do you
life.
mean?
Eh, Hmm? Like
What's the dust stuff?
that's the brand, like a little portable kind of
Oh, right. Yeah.
plug-in,
Okay.
kind of like a Dyson kind of thing. Um,
Oh, the little
yeah,
hand
yeah,
thingy.
yeah, a little hand hoover plugs into the cigarette lighter. Savage, brilliant. And now it's like all nice and clean on the inside. But I've never had a bad experience with Halfords. How dare you? I love
Well,
those shops.
there goes that sponsorship deal they were lining up for us.
On your bike, Halfords. Hey.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I
no, I like, but yeah, well, there you go, from scratched DVDs to Halfords. So so that was my thing that I thought of that used to wreck my head, that just it's not around anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got one prepared because I didn't think about it. It was your idea. So we don't yet share the same brain. So what you used to reckon?
Well,
So it's
I can give you
like
another one if you want.
yeah, go on, yeah, go.
Because I have a load here. So, and this, so many people are not going to know this, and I don't even know if you know, but I'd say you will. Um, Somebody not having a Nokia charger when you need it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So fucking head wrecking, because it was like, have you a Nokia charger? That's you didn't. It didn't matter what kind of Nokia you had. They all had the same charger.
Yeah.
And then when someone didn't, because I don't know what the percentage was, but it must have been Nokia
Yeah,
must have
like a
had
Motorola or something.
98% of the market at the time, late 90s, early 2000s. But you go somewhere, yeah, and then they have something like a Alcatel. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who the fuck has an Alcatel? Give me a fucking Nokia charger.
What was your first phone?
First phone was a Nokia 3310, I think it was.
Oh wow, okay, that is
And then
classic.
I had a Motorola StarTAC, and then I had, like, I'm a big phone buff. I love phones. And I've recently, I don't
But
know if you,
like, so you love phones? Like, what I used to love about the old phones, when you got a new phone, it was a new phone.
yeah,
Everything was new in it. So like where stuff was, where like your settings were, where like
yeah,
it
yeah.
had
Oh, you'd be
random.
listening to ringtones for
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, and there'd be like this phone would have different games than the old phone and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. Like when you get a new phone now, it's just like you doesn't make any difference because you just re-upload your previous phone onto the
That
phone.
is true. Yeah, it is identical. All my phones have been identical, apart from a phone which I'm looking up at a shelf right now, which is called Microsoft Surface, which I love, which is an absolutely amazing phone to use, but an absolutely shit phone to use as well.
Was that
It
like an
op it
old
op
phone?
No, no, it opens like a book. It's literally two
Uh,
screens with a hinge in the middle that folds. I love it. And it's great for reading and texting and surfing the net
hmm.
and doing two things at once, because it is essentially two screens. But the camera on it was shit. It was quite slow and
Is it kind of like
a
is
bit
it kind of
buggy.
like a tablet?
Kind of like, but well, sort of, but it's literally two. It's like two tablets together with a hinge and top and the bottom. Microsoft Surface. Yeah, Surface
I'm having a
Duo,
look
I
at
should
it.
say. Surface Duo.
Ooh, Chris Giro.
Bit of Duo. Yeah. So there you go.
Oh yeah, that does look
Yeah.
quite cool in fairness.
People not having Nokia chargers. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that was bad. That was really annoying. Yeah, I had a Siemens C25. That was my first phone.
They're the tiny green ones with the big
The
aerial, and there I remember their what's the word I'm looking for? Their key selling point was the tunes the ringtones were made by DJs, weren't they? And I can still remember the ad.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm just looking at it. It doesn't even look like what I remember looking like. It's so in my head. It was like my memory of it was quite a lot better. Basically, I look at it now, it's like, oh, that's just a really shit old phone.
Oh, look.
Uh,
When you look back on
but
some
like
of the tech, you're like,
it had like this. So I remember my sister had a 3310, and I had this one. And I think it was this one. I think they're probably both. I think this was my mom's old phone, and then when she got like a new one for work, whatever, this one. I think the same thing had happened to my sister with the Nokia of my dad. And but I remember like if you're sending a text message on the Siemens, uh, it only had two lines would show up, whereas on the Nokia it had
Jesus.
three lines.
Oh,
I was like,
Jesus.
whoa,
Yeah.
that's fancy. Like, yeah.
Well, I can top that in annoyances, and it wrecked my head. Is I had this lovely Ericsson, I think it was an Ericsson T20, Sony Ericsson, I think they were at the time, T20i or something like that. And it had you press the button and it flipped down and it had the mic on it. But if you sent a message or received a message, it was just one straight line of text. So you had to wait
Like a
for it to
beeper.
like, yeah, or like on the trains when it tells you the next stop and it's scrolling by,
Oh
it had to
yeah.
scroll by. So if you missed it, you had to just wait for it to go again, like the message. Fucking head wrecking. Like who?
Yeah.
Looking back now, God, the technology we thought was so cool was fucking shit. So
Oh
shit.
man, it was terrible. Sure,
But it was
I
great
remember
at the
actually.
time, you know?
Yeah, it was. It was amazing at the time. Sure, I remember my dad getting like a company work van, and there was a phone built into it.
I
Like,
thought you were
I
about to say
don't,
there was a cup holder, and we were like, fucking hell.
no, but it had like a full on like phone like
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, like the big button, like the Gordon Gecko Wolf of Wall Street phones.
yeah, yeah. I don't think it was like quite as 80s because it was like it was a Renault Megane van from like the
The
ninth
Wolf of Parnell
mid
Street.
the one. But I think we thought, oh, this is the fanciest thing ever. Like,
Oh, but you
God.
couldn't fucking make a call on it. Oh,
No,
for
no,
fuck's sake.
I did,
Yeah, it would have
I don't
cost
think
you
it
a
actually worked.
fortune.
Like,
But you
yeah, I
remember
don't,
it,
I
that brings me to another thing that used to bring you up was
credit.
running out of credit and having to top up. Fuck right off. You could only buy it in certain shops.
Yeah,
Do you remember you had to buy the card and you had to scratch it like a scratch card to get the number that you
yeah,
type
no,
in?
yeah, that was really annoying. All right, yeah, but you know what was really worse about that? They changed that. They made that even worse. Remember, like you used to, if you got €20 credit, like you would actually have €20, and say a text
Yeah,
message cost you like 10 cents. Then you check your credit, star 100 hash, wasn't it, to check how much credit you had left,
all about
and then it
that.
was and then it would say like 1990,
Yeah,
and then you send another message like 1980, so you could see your credit going
yeah,
down.
yeah. It
But
was actually costing you just to to see
yeah,
every time.
yeah,
Like, look, it's going down every time I send a message. I don't know what's happening.
but then they changed it to be like a package. So €20 bought you 300 texts, say. So you put
Yeah,
your €20 in, then you got your voucher, and then they took all your €20. You had zero credit, but 300 messages.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
that was worse because that meant that like you could get like if you had to call like a 1-800 number or something, you couldn't do
Yeah,
it. You
yeah,
know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. It was the 1-800 numbers, the free phone numbers that were eating up your credit. Will you fuck off with your 80, 90 numbers or whatever? Hot babe,
ringing up like
call
no,
hot
no,
babe for a
no,
good time. Did you ever
no,
call them?
no. Of course, we know you did because you're bleeding emails, the
I'm
junk
talking
emails.
years
No,
ago.
yeah,
We
no.
did.
I
We
could no.
did,
I
boy.
called the I got in trouble once because remember in the Sky magazine they had the competitions to win like
Okay,
random
now
shit. Like,
fucking your head wrecking my head today. Spoiled rotten. First you get a PlayStation for your birthday, now you have Sky when you're young. Fuck right off, will you?
yeah, but
41 and
no,
2 if we were lucky.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's an age difference between us, though, isn't there, John? These things are more
Yeah, I would.
normal.
Well, do you know what? I do remember us having a black and white TV. I swear to God.
Jesus, you sure that's not like a past life regression thing, or
No, but like people my age in your
where did you
40s
live?
would
Where did
have
you grow up? Wexford.
oh some commune somewhere. We
You grew up in a commune in
no, I
Wexford.
didn't grow up in Wexford. I grew up in County Meath and
That's
then
sure.
moved to
That's
Wexford
sure.
when I was 8.
Okay, yeah. So, and you had the black and white telly up in Mead.
Yeah, oh no, I think we had it down here as well. I think. But like we had a color one, but we had the black and white one as well.
I remember there being a black and white telly. We had a little portable like thing that we used to have. I think my granddad got, and then my granddad had a black and white teddy, and I remember him watching snooker on. I used to think it was mad. Like snooker on a black and white
How
teddy.
the fuck? Which ball is he hitting there? Don't fucking know. The
Yeah,
black one.
yeah. No, we had a big, massive, like, well, it was massive. It was tiny by today's comparison, but like it was really heavy with like a wooden back on the teddy.
Yeah.
Do you remember them ones?
Yeah.
That
No,
was
we
I
had
used
one
to,
of
and
those as well.
they
And
were deadly.
there's actually one of those when we moved in here. There's one in the attic, and I've left it. It's still up there. I think it's actually older than that. It's probably like a 1940 or 50s one. It doesn't have a back in it, so you can see right in, and
Oh
it
man.
looks so cool inside. But I'm afraid to bring it down because I'm convinced it's radioactive or something. You just know it's got some sort of old something or other in it, and the Russians are looking for it.
The Enigma machine.
Yeah, it does look cool though. I was thinking, I wonder, could you, I don't know, make a fish tank or something out of it? But then I don't want glow in the dark
It's
fish,
probably
so
it's probably worth money.
probably. But sure, who needs money? Do you know?
Says your man after getting a new job.
Will you fuck off? No, it's not. I
If
don't
it was
even.
last week, they tell you, oh, that's great. They stick them in adverts.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think it is. I never checked, but I doubt it. It's not. No, no. I wouldn't say it turns on. And I'm not going to try because I want to stay alive. Yeah, yeah. So what else is on your list? Come on, shout something else. Now we got a good bit out of that now. I can't even remember what it was, but go on, give me something else. I've got one if you don't have one.
I like. I mean, it's kind of. So some of the other ones are kind of a bit more heavier, but maybe like I'm like if we don't, I'll go into one. Then we don't have to spend that much time on it. We're a big heavy oak, but it's like so faceless multi-billion-dollar companies. Like
Fucking hell. Why didn't you
yeah,
lead with that? We're running out of time.
I know, yeah. So just like I can't remember why. Oh yeah, because I seen there a week or two ago, like Europe had its first $500 billion or euro, whatever company. So the
What
first
was it?
first European
Stripe, was it?
first
No.
no, it's like it was LVMH, and I was like, who
Oh,
the fuck are
those.
they?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
exactly? And then I was just like, how are they worth so much money? And I don't even heard of this company, like, but they're like they do luxury items. So they own like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and like hundreds of other companies. The one of these companies own loads of other companies.
Okay,
And
and they're over here for the tax benefits, I presume.
well, I think no, I think they're proper European. I think because they're like I don't know. If I had have prepared this better, I would have had all the details. We could have gone into them, but I didn't. I know that they're European, but then that got me going on to the Forbes like top 100 list, seeing the companies and all.
Yeah.
And then there's like Berkshire Hathaway was like number 3 or 4 on it, and I
The
was like,
fuck is that?
it's your man Warren Buffett's company,
Okay. One of
and
his
then even
many,
then,
many
but
companies.
yeah, but then even then, I'm just like, what Warren Buffett even do? Like, you know what I mean? He's just like, so it's just
All
like
he does
there's a
is write books, and at the moment he's not doing much.
yeah, there's just a company like
He
Berkshire
doesn't need to.
Hathaway. They just like they're literally like the third big, like Apple are the biggest company in the world. Fair
No,
enough. I
I
know
think it
Apple do.
is just they come over here to save on taxes and stuff.
Who
Honestly,
comes over here?
no, all of them, the likes of Apple and
No,
everything.
this is all. Oh, you're on with the corporation tax.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. But Berkshire, I don't like Berkshire Hathaway. I don't even know what they do. Like they're just the third biggest company in the world, and they're just what do they
It
do?
sounds like
Their website shit. Their website.
it doesn't need to be good. Berkshire
I
Hathaway.
am not.
It sounds like if a really posh blind date. What was her name? Berkshire Hathaway. We had nothing in common.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake. Well, look, faceless company. I don't know how I feel about this, right? Because we need these faceless companies. Otherwise, me and you would not be able to speak and look at each other here across the interwebs and on our mics and on our computers. And so, like, you
How'd
kind
you
of
figure
need
that
that
one?
shit. Well, like, you need all these companies
How did Berkshire Hathaway help me and you talk?
because,
Like,
well,
I
maybe
mean,
not then specifically, but
but they're the ones
uh,
that I don't mind Apple and stuff being up there, or even like, I'm not like, but even like Nike or Microsoft, like yeah, whatever. I know what they do. I'm saying is the ones the name of this is like they're just they've just a stupid amount of money for like as far as I can see, no reason.
Yeah, well, that's most of the millionaires and billionaires in the world, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fuckers. We'll
yeah,
get there one day. Don't you worry. When I get my first
yeah.
million, I'll make sure I send you a postcard from
Okay.
wherever, from space. Oh, rules and regulations, huh? I don't think actually there's something that wrecked my head recently because I was out of a job. I was looking at all options and I saw that Gardai are doing a recruitment drive, and I was like, all right. Well, I mean, I thought about that years ago, like 20 years ago, but I went onto the website and downloaded the information book and that I wanted to find out about it. But I'm overage, I can't do it. And it made me kind of go like I remember they had height, you had to be a certain height and height. They got rid of that. Um and I think they had a weight as well and they had to get rid of that. But now I'm like, why the age thing? Because there are really, really old guards. So surely it shouldn't matter, I would have thought. Do you know, there are old guards. So why couldn't someone my age join if I wanted to?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I suppose they have to kind of draw a line somewhere. Or maybe they
But
don't.
then, but
But
then,
like,
but then when a guard gets to my age, that's it. They're done. When
no,
they've been
because
doing it in their 20s,
no,
doing it
because
for
they're probably like if you're like a young like when you join the guards, you're not going to be like a detective or whatever. You'll be just your man out in the street going around chasing young lads around the place and responding to I don't know break-ins or whatever the hell. Like you probably need to be fairly fit doing that. And then when you get older, I suppose probably
I
running.
do agree with you there, but um does that mean there's a natural progression for every guard when they get older? They're just off the beat, off the street. Because I see loads of old guards on the street, but on the website, and on the ad on the I heard an ad on the radio as well, and it said about you're not just out on the streets. There's loads of administration jobs and that kind of thing in the guards. Like you're still a guard, but you're administration guard or whatever. I was like, I could do that. I
Yeah,
don't
I
have
mean,
to be running around. I could be doing that at my age. It's just civil
yeah,
servant, really.
I suppose. I mean, the age thing, I guess, maybe like it's the sort of job that I get, even if you're doing administration thing. Although, like maybe, so there's two things, right? So they could either split it because think about like cybersecurity and stuff like that. That's surely a massive like cybercrime. Surely
And
that's
they're
where really
all
lower.
desk jockeys. Like they're
Yeah, like
not,
surely,
that's all they do. It doesn't matter what age. I mean, because
yeah,
most of the heads of IT right now have been doing it since they were young and they're at the peak now.
yeah. So like, why do we need like you shouldn't if you're going into like there should be some sort of track where you can get straight into that,
Yeah.
and you don't need to be finished. But I get for the normal guards then like it's normal who do like offline crime, like it kind of like that
That's a
does kind
very
of
good
make sense.
way of saying it, offline crime.
Yeah, like the old good old fashioned
They
crime,
could hold
like
like hit and runs and
yeah, robbing old ladies and
choppers and robbing a loaf of bread.
yeah, like that kind of stuff. I can see why like you would. You,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, you
get your
want to,
point. I get your point, and
yeah,
I'm really
but
annoyed that you turned me around. But as I said
no,
last
no,
week,
no, but well,
I
no, I wasn't finished.
enjoy
But
having my
I was going.
opinion changed.
No, I wasn't. But I was going to say to you, the age thing still shouldn't really be relevant, but because I know loads of lads who are in like their 50s and 60s and stuff who are really fit. You know what I mean? Like runners and people who just do it for age. So there
Mm,
should just be a fitness test, and if you can meet the physical standard, why should it matter what age you are? You know,
yeah,
like if you can get like I get you need to be in shape because you might be out one day, you might have to chase somebody. Like, come on, like we've all seen cop shows, it's 100% going to have to happen. Like, you
yeah,
have to chase somebody, run over the wall, run through the houses, that whole thing.
yeah.
And you need to be fit enough to do
Yeah,
that.
fair enough. Fair enough. Fine. Point taken. I get you. But I still, there's a part of me that wants to agree with you out of spite. Disagree with you out of spite. Sorry. Damn it.
Agree with
Damn
me,
it.
that's even
Damn it.
worse.
Damn it. I messed it up.
When you agree with me, I'm gonna fucking agree with you
It
because you're a
actually nearly
tick.
is worse. Fuck you.
Yeah,
You're right now. Fuck off.
but that would be though in the middle of an argument. You could turn it around and just be like in a real
I'm
smarmy
really
way.
fucking
Like
pissed off with you because you're right now. Go away.
yeah, yeah. But it'd be really annoying if you just be like, like, in the middle of a Aurora match, and they go, actually, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, and walk away.
Actually, I think that would probably want because you'd be like, "Oh, you sarcastic bastard,
That's
get
what I
back
mean. Like,
here!
yeah,
I am
that'd be
following
like
you."
agreeing in spite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Spiteful agreement. That sounds like the name of a band. Spiteful agreement.
Spiteful agreement. I like it. Yeah. And I think we need to make this a weekly as well. Things that used to wreck your head, right? So you get your thinking cap on and bring your A game next week for stuff that wreck your head. The first one will be me last week.
Can we do? So, is there going to be like a future one stuff that we think's going to wreck our head in the
Oh
future?
yeah, there's no listen.
Oh,
Come here.
those fucking AI traffic wardens.
Yeah. You see, right? Okay, so they won't employ someone like me to be a guard, but they'll take AI to be a traffic warden and a guard.
But the AI is of the proper age. They're only like what, like 3 months old. It's ChatGPT. It's just going to be.
I don't need constant updates, do I? I don't know.
Nah, yeah, man.
I do.
Hmm. Well, do we need? We kind of do, don't we? Do we? What would happen if we didn't have
What
updates?
what kind of updates?
I don't know. Just like people are always giving us updates, aren't they? And loads of stuff, constantly
What?
getting updated. Like you walk into a room and someone's there that you know, and you're like, "What are you doing?" And well, that's you asking for an update,
What's fuck off. That's not what I meant.
isn't
Oh yeah, you had me going there, you bastard. Oh God. I'm not supposed to be more head wrecked doing the show. We're supposed to get less head
it?
wrecked.
I'm less head right. This worked great for me.
Well, we're 50% there, so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, no, you've been great. You've been great. And as always, we are available everywhere on all of the iTunes, Poddy, Casty, Spotify places, but we're on all the socials as well. So give us a hashtag of, hashtag head wrecked and tell us what's wrecking your head and what we should be talking about. Because we love hearing things and giving out about things and trying to make it all right. So yeah, and that's another one for us. I have been JB,
Yay!
and you have been
CT.
we'll we'll get this right one of the days.
That was great.
See you next week. Come
Go
on.
on, go on. Good luck.
Bye,
Bye.
bye, bye, bye.